For years, the Morningside community has been affected by flooding. When high tide coincides with heavy rain events, you can see the steeper areas over there. The rainwater runs off very, very quickly and accumulates in the low-lying area. So when there's a high tide, that rainwater will be trapped behind the floodgates and leads to flooding of those areas. So this affected the schools, sports grounds, private property, as well as businesses. And in really heavy storm events, it would even lead to road closures where traffic couldn't actually pass the flooded roads anymore.
When it rained here, the floods used to flood up to this high in our back garden. I had to raise my cabin, which is seated out there, at least 2 times because of the flooding. It was just terrible.
In 2023, Council's modelling confirmed that the real issue wasn't pipe size, it was the tide. When the harbour rose above the outfall, stormwater couldn't escape. Floodwater simply backed up, waiting for the tide to fall. We needed a solution that would break this tidal constraint.
WDC secured $3 million in funding from the Crown Infrastructure Fund for this project, under the condition that the physical works were completed before the end of June 2025. This created a fixed budget and a very tight deadline for the project. In stage 1 of this project, Whangarei District Council focused on the delivery of the pump station within the time frame to get this underway and meet those constraints.
And since the work has been done, we now have a garden and we can use it as a garden, and it's just incredible. And the only thing that's a little bit sad about it is that we miss the ducks.
So we built a pump station in this location here, which is basically the lowest point of Morningside, which during heavy floods event can convey 4.6 cubic meters per second of stormwater from the Rafferty confluence, the end of the Morningside channel, into the Rafferty wetland at a higher level, so it can be discharged even during high tides into the sea. We noticed that it might be possible to intercept the stormwater from a higher elevation and divert it into a pipeline at a higher level to push it past the pump station into the area behind me without additional pumping. So the construction continued to install 2 pipelines which on Morningside Road intercept all storm flows from above.
Since the project has been done, we have not had floods. We've had puddles when it's rained, and it's been heavy rain, so I'm just so grateful. It's just fantastic.
The new scheme has transformed how the lower Morningside catchment responds to storms. Outflow capacity is increased, peak flows into the basin are lower thanks to the interceptor, and the system has been future-proof for changing weather patterns. The project is expected to protect the area from a 1 in 50-year rainfall event and has provided a strong proof of concept for future flood mitigation projects across the Whangarei district.